It was August 2018 when Kelly first saw Chris on a dating app. His picture caught her attention. His profile seemed different from the others. She swiped right. They matched immediately. From their first conversation, Chris appeared intelligent and compassionate. He asked her questions about her life. He listened carefully to her answers. He remembered the small details she shared. He sent her flowers, specifically white lilies, which reminded her of her mother. He brought her chocolate-covered pretzels as a treat. He told her he wanted to have her at her best. He promised to love her even at her worst. Kelly felt seen. She felt valued. She felt like she had finally found the man she had been waiting for her entire life. By December 2018, Chris had proposed. Kelly said yes without hesitation. He moved into her house. They married in January of 2019, just 5 months after matching on an app. Living with Chris was phenomenal at first. They barely fought. He catered to her every need. He brought her water without being asked. He made sure she was comfortable. He told her he loved her constantly. Kelly had someone who seemed head over heels in love with her. She felt secure. She felt protected. She had built a life with a man who appeared devoted. But almost immediately after they met, Kelly started feeling unwell. She dismissed it as a bug from a recent trip. Kelly's health deteriorated rapidly after meeting Chris. She developed rashes that covered her skin. Hives appeared and grew 10 times worse. Headaches became a daily occurrence. She was exhausted all the time. She spent most of her relationship with Chris lying in bed. Doctors ran tests but could not find the cause. They offered theories but no solutions. Her body was failing and no one could explain why. Chris remained by her side. He brought her food. He brought her water. He told her he would have her at her best one day. She trusted him completely. She never questioned the water he brought her. She never suspected the man caring for her was the source of her illness. On December 16, 2019, Kelly woke in the middle of the night. Chris was asleep next to her. His phone was in his hand. The way he held it seemed strange. A feeling told her to look through it. She had never done that before. But she reached for the phone. What she found stopped her cold. There were sexually explicit messages with a woman she did not know. But worse than the infidelity was how Chris spoke about her. He called her a drug addict. He said she was abusive. He claimed he was not in love with her. Everything was a lie. Kelly woke him and recited the messages. He said nothing. He walked into the bathroom. He turned on the shower. The confrontation escalated quickly. Chris tried to open the safe where Kelly kept her gun. She had changed the code. He could not get in. He cut himself and ran down the stairs naked and covered in blood. He told Kelly he would make it look like she tried to murder him. He smeared his blood on her face, her hair, her chest. He threw her head into the wall. He smashed a picture frame on the floor and laughed. He strangled her until she lost consciousness 3 times. He held a military knife to her throat. He destroyed her home. Kelly escaped and sent her dog to the basement. Police arrived as she screamed for help. Chris was taken to a VA hospital for his self-inflicted wound. They ran psychological evaluations. They found no conclusive diagnosis. He was released from the hospital. Then he was arrested and charged with strangulation and aggravated assault. But New Jersey law eliminated bail for first-time offenders. Chris walked out of jail the same day. Kelly was terrified. She had no security. She got her protection-trained dogs. They saved her life. When she returned to her destroyed house, she found Chris's phone. On it were hundreds of photos of her sleeping. She had no memory of him taking them. She found a video of him masturbating to her unconscious body. Everything started to make sense. Kelly remembered an early incident in their marriage. She woke up in the middle of the night to Chris inside her. She jumped out of bed. He claimed he thought she was awake. She convinced herself it was a dream, but it was not a dream. When she found the videos on his phone, she understood. Chris had been drugging her and raping her in her sleep. The powder she put in her water for flavor had been tainted. Police searched his closet and found medication used for breast cancer. Doctors confirmed that drug would cause the exact symptoms she had experienced. The rashes, the fatigue, the headaches. All of it was caused by her husband. The man who brought her water was poisoning her. Chris was released and he began stalking Kelly. He sat in parking lots and waited for her. He flipped his lights to let her know he was watching. She had to live in a hotel for 2.5 months. Her house was too damaged to occupy. When she returned home, she found chocolate-covered pretzels scattered on her lawn. They were his favorite treat. He was sending a message that he could reach her. He tried to kill her dogs. Then Chris used the law against her. He had her red flagged. Police came to her home and confiscated her gun. She became the first domestic violence victim in New Jersey to have her weapon taken away. The abuser used the system as his weapon. Kelly hired a private investigator. She discovered Chris had at least 3 ex-wives. She reached out to them. They confirmed the pattern of abuse. Chris had hurt each of them. He was escalating with every relationship. His behavior was getting worse. He was learning and becoming more calculated. His most recent ex-girlfriend showed Kelly proof of his cruelty. His Wi-Fi password was the date he assaulted Kelly and destroyed her home. He was commemorating his violence. Kelly realized she was not alone. Chris had been abusive to every woman in his life. She wanted to go to trial. She wanted to hold him accountable for all of them. She was ready to testify. The prosecution offered Chris a plea deal several times. He turned it down repeatedly. They tried to convince Kelly to drop the aggravated assault charge. She refused. She wanted a trial. But at the 11th hour, Chris accepted the plea deal. There would be no trial. Kelly would not get to testify. Chris was sentenced to 3 years probation, 3 years for strangulation, for drugging, for rape, for stalking, for psychological torture. Kelly felt it was an injustice to everyone in the community. Chris walked free. His attorney said he was remorseful and wanted to move on. But Kelly knows the truth. One day, Chris is going to kill somebody. The system failed her completely.